So let's move on to the next section. And in the next section, now we're going to develop the body of your talk. Okay? And so what we're going to do, so this is where you're going to develop 3 main points with your high value lesson that you're going to teach in your signature talk. Now, some of you have done pieces of this, for example, when you created your irresistible offer. And, you're talking about the signature thing that you teach that creates the transformation and is also in your 6-month program. For other people, it might be something different. But whatever it is, you're going to teach the high value lesson, all right? And what you're going to do is I'm just going to walk you through it here. Pick one piece of your own unique system that you use to solve your customer's big problem to teach deeply for the body of your talk. After you teach deeply, you're going to give them your amazing formula or your solution. This is your unique system where you show how this will help your customers solve their big problem. This is what's going to demonstrate your value and know-how and position you as the expert they are seeking. Then you're going to reveal another customer success story. So you're going to tie in another customer success story. And you're going to, through this process, you can seed multiple mini customer success stories. If you do that during your talk, you're going to create massive desire for your program. So just think, in a 45-minute program, you might throw in 3 or 4 customer success stories. Okay? So you will be able to weave them in through your talk. All right? We just weaved the first one in where you're seeding it in the beginning. Then you're going to teach the body of your talk, and you're going to weave another one in. Then you're going to make your offer, and you're going to weave another one in. Okay? Testimonial, little customer success story. All right? So, in the body of your signature talk, when creating your high-value lesson for your unique system, use the why, what, and how to formula. Okay? So this is just the same thing like I just demonstrated on our last exercise where I was talking about the hero's journey. I went through hero's journey, why, what, how to, and let's do the exercise. You're going to do the same thing with your formula, whatever your unique branded system is. Okay? So we're going to do this alone first. So everybody first, you're going to tell us why should they listen to the lesson you're about to teach them. What is the lesson you're about to teach them? And then point 1, point 2, point 3. Or it could be step 1, step 2, step 3. Okay, so this is the lesson that you outlined in the beginning. All right, when we went over what your lesson is, your learning style, your how-to. This is your mini branded system. Okay, so you're going to take right now. We're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to take 7 minutes right now. And you're going to write out the why, what, and your lesson points. Okay, so you're going to do that by yourself. 7 minutes. Does anybody need more clarity? Go ahead, Lori.
I'm confused how this is different than what we did before.
Haven't we already been doing this, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but you bullet pointed it before.
Yeah.
Now you're going to expand it. You're going to take a deeper dive into it. Okay, so yes, but we just bullet pointed it before.
Okay.
You're now taking a deeper dive into it. Okay, so the intention is by the end of this 2 days is you're going to have a talk, like pretty much ready to go. All right, we're going to give you some slides. You're going to build out your slides. You're going to have a real talk. Okay, so now it's time to take a deeper dive, go into it, figure out exactly what you're going to say in more detail. Okay?
And the exercise is not part of the talk?
It is. Sure it is.
We're creating our presentation, is what you're saying, in pieces.
In pieces.
And this is one piece that's after.
That we
after our
outlined
story.
first, and now we're writing the script.
That is correct. Thank you for that clarity. We've done the outline for the whole piece, and now we're taking a deeper dive and actually writing it.
Okay.
And then tomorrow, you're going to put it in slides, and we're going to really build the whole thing out.
Gotcha.
Okay? So everybody right now, I'm going to start the timer. Just to give you some perspective on what you're doing. So everybody we'll be getting, actually you should already have it. We passed around this. If you don't have it, then make sure to get it. So we have this sample presentation on both Keynote and PowerPoint, and we're going to build this out tomorrow. I'm going to walk you through it today to hopefully just help you put the picture in your mind of your presentation and relate it to these bullet points and what we're doing here. So we talked about initially, and these will just be like the visual slides. And one thing I want you to know is I went and purchased these slides, but the slides and the words are both placeholders. They're meant for you to change. So I wouldn't expect all of your presentations would start with a picture of an elephant. Okay?
I like it though.
I like it too. It's a pretty cool picture. And I went and bought a bunch of cool pictures. And if you want to use it, you go right ahead. But the intent is for you to choose pictures that are going to resonate with your talk and your audience, okay? And you're going to fill in the blank with your webinar title and the big promise that your customers will get from the webinar title, okay? Why should they watch it? You guys already bullet pointed this out, and you'll notice, look how large the font is on purpose. Okay, so you ever seen Death by PowerPoint?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
What the big mistake that most people make when they're making PowerPoints is they create a document and then they just read from it on the presentation. That's like the worst thing that we could do. So instead, this is why you can write some of your script, and with either PowerPoint or Keynote, you can put those words in the notes, or you can keep it on this piece of paper. Okay, so when they're going to see some words that are, if you want to leave the words why you should watch, you can put them there, or you can replace them with the actual reason why they should watch, and then fill in the color with your voice as you're presenting the presentation. You can do this in person. You can do this on a webinar, okay? Either way you want, all right? Why they should watch. What are they about to learn, okay? And then, and what they're going to learn. Here's what you're going to learn. Here's the benefit of what you're going to learn. Benefit number one. Here's another benefit of what you're going to learn. So I'm reinforcing why you're going to watch this here. And now and notice that was only 3 slides long, and now we're going right into your hero's journey. Okay, so your hero's journey. What was your ordinary world? All right, you starting out, what did you start out with? What was the ordinary world like? And there was some big call to adventure. There was some major challenge you faced. There was some biggest fear you confronted. Then you made it through, you got the reward. Now you're coming back with the elixir, the thing that you are teaching. Now you're going to paint the picture of your customer's new future. Here's what life could really be like. And there's Yvonne, and she's not here. All right? And now we're going to seed it. Here's what your new future could be. Like my amazing customer, Monisha, who got this amazing transformation that you want also. So here's some social proof that somebody else did it. Here's now here's the bulk of the presentation. High value lesson number 1. And within high value lesson number 1, you're going to learn, I'm going to tell you, I might just keep this one slide and say why, what, and then I'm going to go into the how to. Why you should learn this, what is it, and now how to. Here is how to. Here is point number 2 of lesson 1. Here is point number 3 of lesson 1. And I'm going to spend on those few slides. It could be more slides, it could be less slides. That part isn't terribly important, but this is the bulk of the presentation. This is where out of 45 minutes, 25 is going to be here, okay? And then I'm going to give them some amazing formula while I'm teaching that. Here's a great formula. Here's a cool, amazing thing on how to, and it's part of the signature talk that I teach. And then I'm going to...
Is this part of the exercise?
We didn't do this particular part as part of the exercise. No, we haven't done that. And then I'm going to throw in another testimonial. Here's another customer success story. Then I'm going to give out a free gift. I'm going to give out a free gift to collect email addresses from people in the audience. Okay, and we're going to go through a whole section on what is a free gift. So we haven't done that part yet. and I'm reminding people that what I teach is just a step-by-step process that anyone can learn. I might throw in one more customer success story here. Again, it doesn't matter if it's 3 customer success stories or 4 or 5 or whatever. You just want to seed it in the appropriate places in a way that makes sense and provides the social proof. Then you're going to transition to your offer. And I'm going to create some value. I'm going to remind people that I can lead them through the transformation that they are seeking in my program. And then I'm going to transition. What?
Teresa.
Oh, yeah.
That's you too.
Yeah, that's right. It is Teresa. All the people who are in these pictures aren't here. And then I'm not going to try and sell my $12,000 or $6,000 program right then and there. What I am going to sell is a one-on-one consult with me.
Okay.
And it does not take much to sell a one-on-one consult. You do not need to go through a huge, long close. It's free. It's one-on-one. They're going to get value. But you need to position it that they're going to have a conversation with you about working with you. It is not a free consult that is not going to involve learning about working with you. It is specifically to talk about working with you and making sure that it's an appropriate fit for them. Okay? And then this booking link part is if I'm on a webinar, I'm going to be giving out a booking link. If I'm in person in a room like this, I'm probably going to be passing out a piece of paper that they're going to put their name and address on. Okay? And I have an extra give a free gift in here. Sometimes I give more than one gift. For example, if it's a webinar, I might give one free gift in the middle and one free gift at the end. That is not a requirement for you. Just stick with one free gift. Don't try to overcomplicate it. And then I remind them that we can do this. I can help them get this transformation that they're seeking, and we can do it together. Okay? And that's it. You're done. At that point, you're done. You should have lots of people signed up for your one-on-one consult, and then you'll go off and have a lot more of those. Does that help?
So where does the exercise we talk you're going there?
Oh, yeah, thank you. So that'll be in the free lesson. Whoops. Oh, I'm sorry. That is usually, that's the amazing formula.
Okay,
Yeah, so in this case, I wrote the words amazing formula, but this is the actual exercise. In fact, thank you for that. So I'll just actually change this here to, this will be the exercise slide.
So where I just downloaded that thing,
Yeah, so replace so I apologize, but this will make it more clear. Take that word and change it into the word exercise. Okay, go ahead.
What came before working together?
What came before that?
Was that free gift or transformation?
At the end,
Yeah.
at the end, this working together. Don't worry here. I'm
Oh, free
gonna
gift,
just
okay.
get rid of that because that's just gonna be confusing. So it's fill out the form, book your one-on-one with me, and then then you close. Okay. I just took out the extra free gift at the end.
take out the extra preparation.
Yeah, that's all. There you go. Okay, so we're going to fill this out tomorrow, the actual slides, and if you want to start working on them tonight, you're more than welcome to. But let's go back. So we're done with this.
So when I
Mhm.
have a question.
Yes, go right ahead.
So I used this template to give a talk, and it was my first time.
Mhm.
And when there's the free gift part, they're supposed to sign up for that. I made my mistake of having more than one thing for them to do.
That's a problem.
But the difference between the free gift and get their email address or whatever.
Were you on a webinar or in
And
person?
I was in person.
Okay.
It was a fairly small group. At the end of the day, those were my excuses. But still, then at the end where I actually invite people to work with me, at what point do you actually get back their email addresses and that if you have a live event?
Well, so you're talking about two different things. Okay, so in the middle, when you give out your free gift, this is this is where you're just collecting the email address because, depending on the size of the room, usually 100% of the people are not going to sign up for a one-on-one with you. Sometimes it would be impossible to do that if the room was too large. But you usually want to collect the email addresses of the people in the room Because if they've seen you speak, you're positioned as an expert. They might not be a buyer today, but they might be a buyer tomorrow. In fact, I would say the majority of people that buy from me now, I get it all the time. They say, oh, I saw you at so-and-so. You were on so-and-so stage a long time ago, and then I saw you again, and now I decided to buy. So you can, you pass out the free gift in the middle somewhere, and a lot of times one of the easiest things to do is just say, hey, who would like to get a copy of these slides? And especially if you have all these cool pictures, everybody goes, me?
Yeah.
Say, okay, here, wait, let me pass this out. So hang on just a second. We pass out the forms, put down your name and email, bring them back here, and anybody who fills that out, you get the free slides. So that's like the easiest thing to
You do
do.
that in the middle of your talk?
Yeah,
Really?
all the time.
And it doesn't like change, you know, like mess up your momentum or anything?
Here, okay, this is great. Here's a way to do this. Okay, so one thing, a lot of times when people transition, now this mostly happens when people transition to a paid offer, which you're not going to do yet. A lot of times when people transition to a paid offer and they're speaking, there's this weird energy shift.
Yep.
Okay, it's like, oh, he's about to pitch me. There's this very, very easy way to get rid of that, and it's part of how to answer this question. I learned this from Bo Eason. And all you do is ask people's permission if you can make them an offer. So the nice thing about offering a free gift in the middle is this is where you can plant the seed of this. So usually what I'm after, it's after you've taught something. You got to give value first. So after you teach your main lesson, I would ask question. I would ask the audience, with your permission, may I give you a free gift? And everybody says yes. And I say, I'd like to give you a copy of these slides. Who would like a copy of these slides? And everybody raises their hand. Okay, and you say, we're passing out the forms, fill out the forms, and you can get a copy of these slides and pass them back. That's the simplest way to do it. If you go a little bit more advanced, you can involve some technology. So with lead pages, for example, they have a system called lead digits. And everybody can pull out their phones. You can say, text the word, thank you, Brett, to 34762, and you'll text, and they'll get an immediate autoresponder, and it'll say, enter in your email address, and it'll get an autoresponder back. Yeah, we do it all the time.
Do you have to upgrade for that?
I think it is an upgrade, yes. It's lead digits.
On Samsung or iPhone?
It's on lead pages.
Oh, on lead page?
Yes, it's a service. So guys, don't let this overwhelm you. Just get their email address on a piece of paper, okay?
This is totally common, I see it all the time. And a lot of times, even people just do it right off the bat, because it's like, hey, do you just want to focus on listening and not have to take notes? Like, I've seen that too.
That's another great way to do it.
Yeah, so I mean,
Yeah. That's a
just-
great way to do it. Yeah. So I like that idea a lot. It's just a really nice way.
These
And-
slides don't have a lot of notes.
Do you want
Yeah. Well,
It's not like in
on
the old days of PowerPoint. we really weren't
yeah,
PowerPoint.
Sean made a decent point that these don't have a lot of words on them, so there's not a lot of notes. So again, this is just my style. That's just how I do it. Whatever works is what you should do. Okay. All
You
right.
could
So.
put notes in the note part of it.
Well,
Keep
what
on
I'm
business.
referring to is that there's not a lot of words on the slides
Right, and you
themselves,
give them a
so.
PDF,
E-
they won't-
Yeah,
they won't
exactly,
have
but when we usually give people a PDF or a way to download it. Okay, so, let's,
So when you do the exercise, you could add more slides to illuminate the exercise in the sections.
But don't
Yeah,
overwhelm it,
absolutely.
because then it just becomes too many slides, like, it's not worth it.
definitely,
People will be like,
People
no,
zone out.
how many more
yeah,
slides
always,
do you have to go?
less is more. Less is definitely more. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is, now you're gonna get a chance to teach your talk. So we're gonna break up into groups of 2. And you're gonna get a chance to teach your talk and get some feedback. Okay, so you've written out the outline, and this is where you're gonna get to go deeper, and you're going to get to teach this point number 2, what we just worked on, okay? So this is your high value lesson, your unique system. You're going to get together with your partner, and you're going to tell your partner, here's why you need to learn this, here's what we're going to teach you, and then teach it. Here's step 1, here's step 2, here's step 3, and then throw in a little customer success story. Okay? So this is your opportunity to teach this portion of your talk. Okay? So in this section here, we're going to break up into groups of 2. Each person is going to get 10 minutes. And the intention here is not to speak for 10 full minutes. The intention is to teach your talk and get some feedback. So work on it for about 5 minutes and try and get some feedback throughout. And by the time 10 minutes is up, it'll be the next person's turn. Anybody would like to share from that last exercise? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Monisha,
Yes.
I started giving her the spiel, and she was just laughing. And she said, nothing in my presentation so far addresses the power of laughter at all. And so I have to go all the way back. Happy to do so, but it was brilliant. It just, she said, we're going to laugh anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Good.
So bring the principle of laughter.
That's great, and that's actually another really good point. As you give your presentation, you're going to find stuff like that you never considered, and it's going to be another big aha, and you're like, oh my gosh, that needs to be in my presentation. I didn't think about that before. That's great. Good. Any other ahas? Did anybody else learn something? Go ahead.
Yeah. This part is a bit different, but we were also talking about the hero's journey.
Yeah.
And Sarah showed me how, on the photo, how to get to the hero's journey to do a storyboard. Good story. So
Sure.
that compartmentalizes it, and I can see where I can.
Terrific.
And then they could get many stories and see which one is better, like list a lot of things and then eliminate.
Then you can take them away. It's like sticky
Yes.
notes.
Yep.
You put your hero's journey, your headline, and underneath with all the stories that come to mind, and then you pick the best one. So it
Sure.
all makes sense and you have a through line in front of you, because otherwise you're so in your head with all these stories rolling around, right? It's hard.
And that's good. And also, now that you know the formula, the hero's journey formula, other stories are going to pop up over time. Some that might be better. And so you'll be able to plug and play on whatever works. So that's great. Good insight. Any other insights? Anybody else would like to share? Okay, so let's transition now. Okay, so take a moment. So you should have at least one customer success story written. We're now going to take a few minutes and write a few more customer success stories. Okay, we're going to write 3 more customer success stories. And I intentionally gave you very little space because they're supposed to be short. The hardest thing to do is to keep our presentations within time because we want to tell so much and give so much, and you've got to keep it short. So we're going to take 5 minutes. List 3 customer success stories in bullet point format. Give the name of the person and what their big result was. Name of person number 2, what their big result was. Name of person number 3, what their big result was. Okay, and this is going to help you seed your talk with customer success stories. And what you'll discover is that if you can do this in your talk 3 or 4 times, it's going to make a big difference on the number of people who sign up to have that one-on-one with you. Okay? So I'm going to set the timer. Advice or feedback around their customer success story or testimonials. Does anybody have any questions?
Intertwine those success stories like in between?
Yeah, absolutely. So everybody take a look at this. I mapped out, here's an example of a signature talk. And pretty much all of my signature talks go just like this. Here's the title of the signature talk, why you should listen to me for the next 45 or whatever minutes. Here's what you're about to learn. Here's my hero's journey story, so I can talk about my credibility without bragging. I throw in a quick customer success story to let them know that what I'm about to teach them really works. And then the bulk of my presentation is right here. We might be spending 20, 25 minutes on how to teach my high value, this should say lesson, okay? I throw in another customer success story, and then they do the exercise, okay? So, why, what, how to, exercise, okay? Then we transition to the offer in a benefit-oriented way. The same way that you would have written your irresistible offer. Okay, but not as detailed. Okay, on your irresistible offer, the way you wrote it, that was intended for the one-on-one sale. Okay, you can go in much deeper on the one-on-one. Here, all you're going to do is you're going to talk to them about the benefits of working with you, and let them know that how they do that is sign up for a free book your one-on-one, and then we close. Okay, so this is the structure right here. All right, and you have the majority of the outline on page 2. So I wanted you to write your own outline here in bullet point form like this so that you at least got the map, the structure in your mind before you go a little bit deeper, and then we'll put that on the slides, okay?